Guys, the bot builder's back and welcome to Road Wars Omega Series 2. And after, well, a good couple of weeks already, we are now in our final heat week. Yes, we've already had 4 weeks of heats and we've already done the first 8 heats. But there is only 2 more left to go. Heat I and then Heat J tomorrow. But this is, no, not tomorrow, Heat J next Thursday. But this is Heat I. It's not really the strongest heat in the world, but it still has a couple of good machines in there, so it should be very interesting. Now, of course, in the last heat, that was an incredible heat. We saw the 18th seeds, Plan B, make it through after causing an upset, taking out Blood Pumper of all robots in the heat finals to make it through. We also saw some other upsets, such as Apollo, the 5th seed, going out in the heat finals. And we even saw EC3 took out Dietor after a revisit drop zone for them to go into the 10 robot rumble. Of course, there are only 2 spots left in each 10 robot rumble. There are only 4 spaces left in the semi-finals, and only 2 of those spaces will be filled up in those last 2 heats, so it's looking to get heated up. So let's not hesitate, and let's jump straight into it. Seeded number 7, Eruption. Oh, here they are, the number 7 seeds, Eruption, a veteran of Road Wars Omega, have been competing since Series 0. And yeah, they're a very good machine. They've never actually made it out the heats, though. They did make it to the Grand Finals last series, but that was after winning the 10 Robot Rumble. A very powerful flipper, an all-star semi-finalist. A pretty good machine, so it should be interesting to see how the robot winners of Road Wars Series 10 will do here. Serpent. And then we have a robot who has made it out of the heat since Serpent made it to the quarterfinals in the account Mayhem before being beaten by Crikey. A pretty solid robot, very similar to Spectre in many ways. It does have a nice crusher with 2 deadly fangs at the front. It's got a nice green aesthetic, representing Dragon Robotics. Yeah, a good robot. Could be a dark horse, you know. P1. And of course, to wrap it up, P1 made it through qualifications after crushing Crystal Carnage's dreams, beating Pussycat, based on a race car. They do a pretty solid robot as well. In fact, this heat has got some pretty solid dark horses potentially, and P1 is another one. It's got a nice and low wedge to the ground with a good strong front hinge flipper. Pretty good robot, although they do have reliability issues. We remember their performance in BattleBots 2019, don't we? And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have Virus, the Grappler, the Lifter, the Drunk. He's got it all. And Matilda, the Flipper, the Spinner, also the Drunk. She's got it all too. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go, the penultimate heat. We only have 2 more heats left to go. And so this is gonna be the last. So this is gonna be the second to last time we're ever gonna hear this song, which is kind of sad. I've enjoyed using this song, but of course we'll have a new soundtrack for Series 3. Although currently right now, Eruption being picked up on by P1. In comes Serpent. They haven't moved yet, but now they're beginning to move. And are we going to see that crush come into play? It's such a ferocious crushing weapon, and look at this! You can see how ferocious it can be. Bringing down that crusher in onto P1, and P1 looks to be crumpled already. And this isn't good for the racing car, is it? Serpent certainly trying to drain the life out of P1. P1, of course, they're going to be competing with P1 Evo in the next series, so this is their last heat and for Serpent. I think they might have got the memo, and they're going to try and make sure this definitely will be the last time we'll see P1 in this war zone ever again. They're trying to crush them right here, and this is brutal stuff right here. Eruption flips up and over Serpent. They're the last account Mayhem robot to be introduced this series. None of them have been able to win a heat yet. Actually, Danton Kier has, but that was technically a pre-existing robot before that. But Serpent, can they win the heat and be the first account Mayhem bot to win a heat? Well, Eruption flips Serpent into Virus, but look at P1. P1 are being crumpled right here. Meanwhile, in comes Virus, lifting up Serpent. Serpent lifted up and over. Eruption trying to flip Serpent out of the arena, and Serpent merely just surviving because my hand was in the way. Meanwhile, I think P1 are done for. I think they're gone. They're just gone, and what is going to drop from the drop zone? Oh, how fitting! A toy car, a toy Formula 1 car. No less. That is fitting. Eruption comes with another great flip in onto Serpent. Now I think these two are just having a very good tussle here. P1 just been mullered by Serpent, and that just shows you just how scary their crusher can be. And, well, Dragon Robotics and Crystal are friends. Maybe see Serpent avenged Crystal right there, as Pimon did beat Pussycat. Oh, but Eruption flips them out of the arena! In absolutely fantastic. Are they going to do the same to P1? Yes, they do. And Eruption. I was having a talk there about how Sea Serpent avenged Crystal, but no. Eruption eventually flipped Sea Serpent out of the arena. They saw the threat of the Crusher and flipped them out. Seats. Well, I was not expecting that outcome. I thought Sea Serpent would be able to crumple and destroy Eruption there. Eruption actually lost to Spectre in series, in Maximum Overdrive in the All Stars. So I thought something similar would happen there, but no, they eventually did flip Sea Serpent out of the arena, and they go through to the Heat semi-finals. Seeded number 14, Tornado. Well, yes, we got the return of Tornado, the number 14 seeds and one half the tag team champions. We already saw their tag team partners Storm 2 be beaten this series already by Burt for the win. So can Tornado do a bit better here? They say they aren't going to bring the scoop in along for this heat, because there aren't any spinners this heat, so they're going to go full-on spinner. It is a pretty strong robot, very good pushing power. Watch out for this one. I can see this robot go far. Bot from the blue. Much like this robot right here, Bot from the blue. Very similar in design and shape to Blood Pumper, who we've already seen go out. So, will Bot from the blue have a similar fate? Well, they are a very powerful flipper, and they are the current MLU4 champions. One of the most powerful flippers in Robot Wars Omega. Although they are vulnerable to other flippers. So we'll see how Bot from the blue does. Crustacean. Returning from the World Championships, Crustacean, we saw them there. Lost in the first round to Cheese too, but that shouldn't really discredit this South African crab. They do these nice grabbing jaws at the front, which are good for controlling machines, pushing them around. They also go by the name of Crabbot over in the Netherlands. This is their first Robot Wars Omega series, and they're not a bad machine, so we'll see how Crustacean does. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZ, we have Rhino, who is ready to ram and smash anybody into the arena wall, much like this dog of war, Growler. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go on already! Look at that for an attack by Crustacean! Getting that crushing arm straight into the innards of the 14 seeds Tornado. And look at that! Well, has that done anything to Tornado, I wonder? That must have been awful damage right there. Crustacean calls to them. Bolt from the blue, meanwhile, now coming some great flips right there onto Crustacean. That was an incredible attack. And I think Tornado are dead already. Well, that's disappointing. The one half of the tag team champions, they're seeded as a result of that. And I was expecting to see them come with some great pushes, but no. Crustacean got those claws dug right in. And, well, immobilised something surely. And Growler puts Tornado on the floor flipper. Oh, yeah. Tornado are truly done for. And Bot from the blue, meanwhile, flips up Crustacean. And, oh, no. Tornado. Oh, Tornado gets a slam by Rhino. And they're on the drop zone already. And what is going to drop from the drop zone? 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's their tag team partner, Storm 2. Well, that was odd. Meanwhile, Storms 2 are fighting it. Oh. Well, in fact, thanks for coming against Storm 2, but I'm afraid you're already out of the series. And I think at this rate, your partner might be as well. But for the blue, meanwhile, comes with a great attack right there and onto Crustacean. Oh my god, you very nearly drove in the pit then. That was not a good driving skill. And, oh, I think Tornado are well and truly done for. Down the pit they go. That's so disappointing for the 14th seeds. Hopefully they can come back later on. That's why we have the redemption rounds in place, just in case something like that happens. But I think Crustacean, oh, gets a slam right there. Crustacean back in it, but I'm not too sure if they are really still in. I feel they were perhaps immobilised for too long. And Rhino agrees with me and slams them out the arena. And Bot from the blue, they get the victory. Cease. Well, that was an incredibly good attack right at the start by Crustacean. So disappointing for Tornado on the other hand. They got their entire drive, everything just ruined by that first attack by Crustacean. They weren't moving since. Bot for the blue, meanwhile, dealt with Crustacean easily, left him in a handstand. And, well, they go through to the next round. But before we go to the next round, the Heat semi-finals, we have to go through the redemption rounds first. And first of all, we have Sea Serpent look very dominant in their first round, destroying P1, but unfortunately Eruption flipped them out the arena. Going up against Tornado, the 14th seeds, we really haven't seen much of them yet. Hopefully we can see what they could do here, then form the one half of the tag team champions. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have Matilda with her flipping tusks and Growler with the dog with a lot of bite. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. So here we go. Tornado already goes for a good slam right there on Sea Serpent, but Sea Serpent trying to bring down that crusher, but Tornado pushes back. And I think Tornado might have gotten their vibe back right there. I think they definitely have fixed them after that awful attack right there. Crustacean caused onto them there. And look at this, they're coming with some great pushes right here onto Sea Serpent. Slamming them right here. Sea Serpent seems to be in trouble. But now they're trying to grapple a hold of Tornado. Tornado, look at this. Both machines trying to come for a great push right here. Sea Serpent trying to push Tornado into Growler. Tornado, though, causing some damage to one of the wedges to Sea Serpent right there. And comes with a good slam right there. But Sea Serpent still digging in. And this is a very, very good heave-ho tug-of-war situation. And, oh, another big shot right there by Tornado, pushing Sea Serpent into Matilda. Both robots seem to have locked horns right here at the minute. Sea Serpent trying to crumple down in onto Tornado. Although, look at one of their wedges. One of their wedges has suffered a lot of damage, hasn't it? Look at this, it's flailing in the wind. And that's what they use to get underneath robots. And without that, they're going to struggle. But they're still able to push Tornado into Growler. And Growler going to try and push Tornado there. Tornado being pushed, but they do manage to get away. And now they're coming with a good slam right there into Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent on their backs, but they do self-right. But look at that, look at that front wedge look right there. It's flailing in the wind. And that will count for damage in Tornado's favour. And they do come with another good slam right there, in onto Sea Serpent. And they're pushing them into the arena wall. And this is kind of more what we expected to see from Tornado this series. Great drive, great pushing power, great speed, and just sheer domination. And that is exactly what they're doing here to Sea Serpent. Tornado now trying to push Sea Serpent into the arena wall right here. Matilda now going to try and retaliate back with her rear spinning flywheel. Matilda trying to shred up poor Sea Serpent. Sea Serpent, they're still fighting strongly here. They're a durable machine. They did beat Molten Core, but currently right now, Tornado are on top here. And they're going to try, and are they going to finish off Sea Serpent? Oh, they're trying to stop the engine there, but Tornado now has Sea Serpent on their backs, and Sea Serpent, oh, very nearly going in the pit then. They did manage to just survive. And now they're trying to bring down that crusher right where the wheels are. And this could turn it around. Unless it's Tornado. Oh, look at this. This is a very, very interesting fight going on here. Of course, Sea Serpent has suffered a lot of damage, but they're still fighting back. And Growler comes with a huge slam right there. In onto Tornado, but Tornado still mobile. And that was an incredible push. And I feel this fight is going to go to the judges. Matilda's trying to come for another hit with her flywheel. Cease. But it does go to the judges. Oh, that was a good fight. Both robots left in battle scars at the end. It's going to be tough. And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria they're marking on: damage, control, and aggression. And it's a unanimous decision. They've given it, though, to Tornado! Yep, the number 14 seeds. The judges felt Tornado were the more aggressive, the more controlled, and the more damaging, but they've still said that it was a very close fight nonetheless, despite being unanimous, and Sea Serpent put up a great performance, but Tornado, they were just able to dig in deep and send Sea Serpent back to the depths of the ocean. But who will go into the Heat semi-finals? Will it be P1, who's looking a little bit worse for wear after that Sea Serpent fight? Or will it be Crustacean? Or will Crustacean join the same ocean Sea Serpent just descended into? And the Core Patrol zone for the CPZs, he recently went swimming in a bath full of Guinness, its virus, and we have Rhino. Maybe I should look up a fact on whether rhinos can swim or not. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So, how good are P1 after that fight? Well, already they're coming with a good flip onto not Sea Serpent, onto Crustacean, but Crustacean, I will have to say, are the favourites here. They got in a great shot in Tornado in that first fight. But how are they faring against P1 here? Well, look at this. They got in a good grapple right here and onto P1 with those grabbing arms, and they're going to try and push them into the CPZs with Rhino. And Crustacean coming with some great stands, and in comes Rhino! Rhino has lost his spawn! Rhino is shedding at the minute. This seems to be shedding season for Rhino. I mean, it has been for a while. He didn't shed his horn at all in the World Championships, I don't believe, but he's been shedding it a lot recently. I think it's time for a new Rhino, maybe a redesign pass. But look, already Crustacean proving to be the more controlled. Although P1 comes with a good flip right there. A great flip there. P1 seems to be working back in their correct condition after Sea Serpent absolutely ate them alive. But they still are struggling to deal with the controlled machine that is Crustacean. And Crustacean are proving to be the much more controlled machine here at the minute. Grappling a hold of P1 and trying to push them into the arena sidewall. P1 trying to flip up Crustacean. Crustacean has another hold of P1. And they slam them right there. But P1, they look to be in trouble. But they do have a stream X. There we go. Self-rising in fine style. And they flip Crustacean up. And they're trying to flip Crustacean back up and over. Crustacean pushing them right there. And they come with a great push that was. A very good push. Virus now bringing down the crabbing arm. In onto P1. P1 is grappled rear by Virus. They're in a good grapple there. Virus grappling a hold of P1. P1 managing to get away though. They do manage to avoid and dodge. But right now, I will say Crustacean are definitely on top here. And they're coming with another good push. They have another great hold of P1. And they see the pick. And are they going to try and go for it? Oh, no. The engine stopped of P1. And they're still going to fight back. And I think this fight could also go to the judges. This is a pretty good heat, actually. I didn't think this heat would be that great, but it's certainly proving me wrong. It's got some decent little fights in there. Rhino trying to come for another slam. This fight is a lot better than I thought it was initially going to be. I thought P1 would still be broken and tattered and torn after their fight against Sea Serpent, but they're still fighting back. And you've got to give credit to them for that. Although, I will still say that Crustacean are the ones who are on top. Rhino comes with another great slam right there and onto Crustacean. P1 are on top of Rhino. Rhino using the Stream X. And we have 30 seconds left of the fight. P1 trying to avoid away. And Crustacean P1. Oh, look at that. P1 are coming back very strongly in the later ends of the fight. Although, I will still say that Crustacean are on top here. And Rhino coming with another great slam. Crustacean grappling a hold of P1. This is going to be a very good fight. This has been a very good battle, actually. Two of these machines are quite underrated, but only one of them can really make it. Cease. And it goes to the judges. And, well, Crustacean on their backs like a crab at the end, but it does go to the judges nonetheless, and it should be interesting to see how they'll mark this. The judges have made their decision. Based on damage, control, and aggression, they said it's a unanimous decision. They've given it to Crustacean! Ah, that's a shame for P1. They put up a really good fight there, but the judges felt Crustacean run on all the criteria, and they go through to the Heat semi-finals. But that was a really good effort and a really good fight from P1. But now we are here in the Heat semi-finals, and what a great way to start it off with the Battle of the Seeds, as the 7th seeds and semi-finalists of the last series, Eruption, take on the 14th seeds and one half the tag team champions, Tornado. Both of these numbers go into 7, but which one will get the lucky 7 and go through to the Heat finals, and which one will get unlucky and go into the 3rd place playoff? One house robot who seems to be unlucky is Growler. Seriously, why do people keep attacking you? And one house robot who seems to be more lucky is Virus. Seriously, how are you not dead yet from all the drinks you drink and all the stupid stuff you do? Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So the seeds will duke it out right here in this potentially really good fight, actually. And already Eruption flips Tornado up and over. Tornado on their side, but Eruption's already done it! Well, that was over in a matter of seconds, wasn't it? Eruption made the opportunity count. They got underneath Tornado and flipped the 14 seeds out of the arena. Bye, Tornado. You're nothing but a gentle breeze in the arena now. Cease. Well, that was barely even a fight. Eruption Just got underneath Tornado and flipped them out the arena, just like that. Well, there's the Eruption versus Cherub of this series. Eruption, they go through to the next round, the Heat Final, and well done to them, the 7th seeds. But who will they face in the Heat Finals? Will it be the big pad flipper, the MLU4 champions bot from the blue? Or will it be Crustacean, the clever, great, and underrated underdog of a control bot? And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, well, we have our very own underdog, the dog, Growler. And we also have Virus. I would say he's a great control bot, but no. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Bot from the blue, Crustacean, and already Bot from the blue comes over a great flip. Now both these two fought each other in the first round. That time, Bot from the blue came out on top, coming with incredible flips like that, and they're gonna dish out some more. It's genuinely one of the best flippers in Warzone Mega history. They dominated the qualifiers, eliminating Scorpion 3 very quickly and very impressively. And they want to eliminate Crustacean, send them back to the murky depths of the oceans below. Bot from the blue comes with another flip right there and onto Crustacean. And they're going to try and come with yet another. And they come with another good strong flip. Bot from the blue and flips up and over. And another flip. Just look at the backflips Crustacean gets from some of this airtime right here. Bot from the blue comes with another flip in onto Crustacean. Crustacean, they've been quite impressive this year actually. They immobilised Tornado. They've got a great judges' decision victory over PE1. But can they beat Bot from the blue? Well, I highly doubt it. And the way this fight's going so far, Bot from the blue are dominating them here at the minute. Growler comes with a great push right there and onto Crustacean. And they think they're going to try and go after the grabbing arms. Yes, they are. Bot from the blue flips Crustacean up and over, and these grabbing arms look bent. I think they might need to fit on some new ones, perhaps. Bot from the blue flips up Growler. Why were you doing that? They were helping you, Bot from the blue. Bot from the blue trying to make their statement known. And they're throwing Crustacean all over the arena. And eventually flipping them out of the arena. And now they're going after Virus. Virus. I think Virus are trying to get away. I think they're trying to help Growler there. They've lost one of their spikes. And look at this by Bot from the blue. They flipped Virus up and out of the arena. That very nearly hit our camera. Bot from the blue. Are they going to try and do the same to Growler? Are they going to try and do the same? Yes, they do. And they get a clean sweep of the arena. And then they pit themselves. So, who won? I think I won. Cease. Well, I won that fight, but I'm not a competitor, and Bot from the blue was the last competitor standing in that fight. So they go through to the Heat Finals, and they'll take on Eruption, and what an excellent fight that will be. Crustacean, on the other hand, you're going into the third place playoff. Well, those Heat semi-final matchups went by very quickly, and as a result, we have two robots in the third place playoff. They are the 14th seeds Tornado, one half the tag team champions, but they have a tough match ahead of them as they're taking on the robot who immobilized them in such quick and impressive style, Crustacean. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, she too can also immobilize robots in quick and impressive style. It's Matilda, and we also have Rhino. He can slam robots out the arena in quick and impressive style. There's your Rhino fact for this episode. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. What will happen here this time? Will Crustacean get a quick elimination again on Tornado, or will Tornado fight back? Well, Tornado are coming back very strongly already, trying to slam Crustacean, but Crustacean comes with a great grapple right down onto Tornado, and look at this! Look at this by Crustacean! They've got a great hold on Tornado! And are they going to try and dump them in the pit? Can they? Can they, or will Tornado? No, Tornado just managing to break out of the clutch, and they're still fine. That's impressive stuff right there by Tornado. But Crustacean coming in with yet another good grapple right here. This is a battle between power versus control. Which is better? Well, look at Crustacean. One of their claws is bending. I think they will need to get new claws for the next series, because these claws haven't held up the greatest. They are starting to show a bit of wear and tear, but they're still able to do the business right here. Tornado riding up the top of Crustacean. Honestly, both these machines I would really like seeing in 10 Minute Rumble. They're two very different machines, a great rammer and a really good control bot. Both of them are very good machines. And Crustacean trying to grab hold of Tornado again, and then pushing them into Rhino's corner. They're pushing them into Rhino's corner. It's a real shame Crustacean didn't do as well as they did in the World Championships. They got very unlucky against Cheese too, but they're such a great design. Tornado been slammed right there, but they're still fighting strongly here. But Crustacean now trying to dig those claws right in yet again. And they're gonna try and push them into Matilda. Matilda, are they gonna try and flip up Tornado? Yes, they do, but look at Crustacean's claw. One of Crustacean's claws looks to be bent and buckled right there. And they haven't been able to get the shot they've got in the melee fight. But they have been able to grab a hold of Tornado. And Tornado's wheels are spinning, but they're not touching the ground, neither are Crustaceans. I think both machines are immobilized here. And this could be a double elimination. I think both robots are immobile. I think they are. And well, that would be an odd way to end the fight. And well, no, Crustacean are back on their wheels. Crustacean are back on their wheels. And Tornado are back down, but I don't think it was long enough. I think Crustacean managed to just get back up, and I think they managed to escape. And Tornado, no, Matilda leaves Tornado alone. Maybe we'll see the fight continue. This is a great war of attrition here. This is the thing with this heat. The flipper fights haven't really been too impressive. They've gone on by very quickly. But the fight between Crustacean and Tornado's fights have been really good. And Rhino comes with a great push right there onto Tornado. And again, right there, another great slam. This is an incredibly good fight. This is one of the fights of the series. Such an incredible war of attrition between these two great machines who just want to go into the 10 Robot Rumble. The tag champions and the underdogs cease. And it will go to the judges. This fight, no matter who wins, I'd say they both win, but only one can technically win, and we'll find out who that is now. And the judges have made their decision. You know the criteria they're looking for. You've heard it many times. This is the third judge's decision of the episode. Damage, control, and aggression. And this is a split decision. But they feel that the robot to go through to the 10 Robot Rumble is Crustacean! Yes, Crustacean! The judges feel Crustacean got the more they got the more damage, the more overall control as well. Sure, their claw got bent, but Tornado did suffer a lot of damage at the hands of the house robots, and Crustacean getting right into the innards. Crustacean, they go through to the 10 Robot Rumble. Tornado, they'll just need to join their partner Storm 2 in, well, the zone known as defeat. And here is our heat final. Of course, the winner of this will go through to the semi-final A, the final non-wildcard spot in semi-final A. So who will it be? Well, obviously the odds-on favourites, the 7th seeds Eruption, winners of Rope Wars Series 10. They've never won a Rope Wars Omega Heat, but maybe they could finally do it here. Or will Bot from the Blue get in their way? The big blue scary flipper and winners of MLU4 Series, the current MLU4 Robot Wars champion. Oh, well, we're going to have to wait and see, because I know this fight is going to be excellent. And in the Core Patrol Zone for the CPZs, we have Virus and Growler, who both look as excited as I am for what is bound to be either a very quick or very long flipper fight. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Here we go, a battle of the flippers, and I do love a very good battle of the flippers here, and this is going to be a great battle of the flippers. Two of the best flippers in Rope Wars Omega history. Eruption, Eruption lacks the power that Bot from the Blue does, but it's definitely more controlled. It's a controlled flipper, whereas Bot from the Blue is more try and get robots out of the arena very quickly. But Eruption trying to come with a great flip in onto Bot from the Blue. Virus trying to bring down that grabbing arm right there in onto Bot from the Blue. Growler, not Growler, Virus grappling a hold of Bot from the Blue right there. Bot from the Blue, self-right. Bot from the Blue comes with a great flip in onto Eruption. Eruption on their backs, but they do self-right. Bot from the Blue, though, trying to come with a great flip, trying to flip them out of the arena. Bot from the Blue, they want to get Eruption out of the arena. They want to go to that semi-finals, but so do Eruption. Bot from the Blue, can it be the first robot from another? As you know, that's a line Nexus were, but it will be good to see. So I have another one. Well, Eruption on their backs, but again, self-righting in fire style. Eruption, we haven't seen the seed winner heat in, actually since last heat. I was about to say in a while, but no, it really was since last heat. Because Plan B won the last heat. Will we get another seed though? We haven't seen a high seed make it in a while. Of course, the last one was Firestorm, all the way back in Heat B. And Bot from the blue now trying to take control of Eruption here. Eruption, can they self-right? Yes, they do. And Bot from the blue missed time to flip though, and that could be crucial. That could be fatal for Bot from the blue. Eruption trying to flip them up and over. Bot from the blue on their backs. And now Growler going to try and bring in that crushing arm right there and slam. Bot from the blue right there. Bot from the blue. They're on their backs right here. And they're struggling. And Eruption very nearly gets Bot from the blue out of the arena then. And that would have been great stuff for Eruption if they were able to do it. Honestly, I can see both machines making it. They're both such impressive flippers. But of course, only one can do it. Only one can make it through to the series semi-finals. Well, actually, maybe two, because I can reckon both of them will have a great shot in the 10 Robot Rumble. The one in semi-final B is the one they would go to. Bot for the blue trying to come for a great flip onto Eruption. Eruption on their backs. Can they self-right though? Yes, they can. Bot for the blue, they're on their backs, but they managed to get back down. I'm surprised a robot hasn't been flipped out the arena just yet. Oh, and honestly, if Eruption were closer to the arena wall, that could have been it. That could have been the Uta they needed. Bot from the blue, right? Eruption rises up the top of Bot from the blue. Bot from the blue comes with another great flip. And now Bot from the blue on their backs. They're up and over. Can they self-right? Growler comes with a great slam. And you know what? For these machines not really being the highlights, I'd say Tornado and Crustacean were the highlights. These two have put on an excellent show, an excellent flipper battle against each other that really, really could go either way. And I feel it is going to go either way, because I think this is going to go to the judges, unless if one gets flipped out the arena, and Eruption trying to come with another flip in onto Bot from the blue. This is incredible stuff. Both of these machines have gotten all their eliminations by out the arena so far, but I don't think they will here. Oh, look at that! Cease. But it's too late again. And Bot from the blue, can they go down from there? Yes, they do, but oh, wow. That was scary stuff from Bot from the blue right at the end, but they just heard the bell, saved by the bell no less, and it goes to the judges. Well, the judges have most definitely been busy at work this heat. This is the fourth judges' decision this heat. And no thing other than this heat final, but the judges have made a decision based on damage control and aggression. And this is very close, as it is indeed another split decision. But the judges feel the robot to go through on damage and control. Eruption, the 7th seed! Yes, Eruption, the number 7 seed. The first top 10 seeding to make it through to the semi-final since Heat C and Firestorm have been able to do it, and they beat Bot from the blue, winning out on damage and control. But that was an incredible fight. Bot from the blue put up an excellent show, and honestly, I can see big things from them in the 10 Robot Rumble, but for now, Eruption will be the robot to go through to the semi-finals at these two, and that was an incredible heat, actually. Blew my expectations out the water. I didn't think this heat would be great, but it might have just ended up being a contender for heat of the series. But that kind of does it for this heat. Yeah, we've had some excellent fights, and Eruption wins the heat in the end after a very good flipper fight. And we'll see you again next time for Heat J, the final heat, which sees the return of Whiplash, the US champions, as well as the US champions runners-up Megabyte, Bearmoth, the 19th seed, as well as some fan favourites in Demolition Evo, It Takes Two to Tango, and Robo Games legend Sewer Snake. You don't want to miss it. And until next time, the Bot Builder, out.